Hey guys, it's Logan here with Hydra 572. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Leatherman style CS. Now I've already reviewed the PS, it's an integral part of my everyday carry system, so go check out my review on that if you haven't yet. The only difference between these tools is that the CS, its main plier is scissors instead, and then instead of the scissors that are on the PS, it has a little knife. So this will be a pretty similar review, although I'm not sure that this could really integrate into an EDC system the same way that the PS could. I think what's cool about the PS is that, first off, it's TSA and school legal. You can carry it anywhere, really, because it doesn't have a knife blade on board. You can carry it any place that you like. It can always be clipped on your belt, and then you can integrate it with a larger multi-tool, like my OHT. And if you need to take the OHT out of your pocket because you're going in someplace that doesn't allow knives, you can allow the PS to stay on and you'll be fine. And you lose that with the CS, and you also lose the pliers, which I think are a really big part of the functionality of a multi-tool. So I think the CS is more aimed at people who are looking at using scissors a whole lot. Though if you were looking at using scissors a whole lot and you wanted a knife on your multi-tool, you weren't really worried about the legality of it. I'm not sure why you wouldn't be more interested in a Micra. If you were just looking at a small multi-tool and you weren't really worried about the legality and you wanted pliers and a pair of scissors and a knife, I'm not sure why you wouldn't want a squirt. Though I do really like the little carabiner there, so you can clip it on the outside of your pocket, so maybe that would be a reason to go for this tool if you were looking for a more scissors-centric multi-tool. And you wanted to be able to use that clip. I think that would be a good way to integrate this multi-tool. I don't know what you would be doing occupation-wise that would require you to use scissors a whole lot, but hey, to each their own. Now I'll launch into a little tool review. Like I said, we have this blade here. Good blade profile, which you don't always get with Leatherman knives, but this one is a very good blade profile. Full flat ground, and pretty long for how short of a multi-tool this is overall. Next we have our file, which is only a nail file. It doesn't really work for any other material, and it's not really built to. And again, on this file we have the little ridge here that gets under your cuticle, and it sort of hurts, though I guess it does limit you from cutting too deep into your fingernail. And we've got our little pry bar that would probably hurt the multi-tool if you were to pry with it very hard, slash screwdriver that would probably hurt the multi-tool if you were to use it as a screwdriver very hard. That's the file. We've got our big old pair of scissors. Like I said, for this sort of sized multi-tool, that is a nice large pair of scissors that will get the job done better than these small Tonto scissors on the PS. So if you're going to be using scissors a lot, I could see how that would be an advantage. And then we have our tweezers. Good multi-purpose tweezers. I've used them before to pull out splinters of all sorts, and they do work. And we have our bottle opener slash carabiner. The bottle opener is sort of a pain in the ass. You have to sort of hook it under one of the little crowned out pieces of a bottle, and you have to do that on at least two, usually, of those little crowned out pieces to get the cap off, but if it's all you've got around, it will work. And the construction is very similar to the PS, that is to say that it's very good. I do not see it failing. Like I said, I think you could break the plastic scale and hurt the tool pretty badly if you were to do too much serious work with that file using it as a pry bar or a screwdriver. I think you could get some bad stuff going. But overall, a very cool little tool. I'm not really sure who it's for, which is a question I ask a lot. Who did you design this for, in terms of how it competes with the Micra and the Squirt, not to mention other companies' multi-tools, though Leatherman is usually pretty free from competition with other companies' multi-tools, especially in the small little multi-tool market. I'm not really sure where this fits into their product line. Like I said, I could only really see integrating it if you really wanted the carabiner pocket clip, if you really wanted a small tool so you were avoiding the Skeletool, and if you really wanted to have a knife and a pair of scissors on board and you weren't worried about the legality and the way that buying a PS might reflect. So it's a multi-tool that's aimed at a pretty specific market, but for understanding your options, understanding what you're getting, it is well constructed, and I do like the carabiner carry system. And a small multi-tool that doesn't really make sense to me is much better integrated into your system than no multi-tool at all. So yeah, that's my review on the Leatherman Style CS. Go ahead and check out my PS review if you haven't yet. I will annotate it in. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more of the same.